And a holistic approach was adopted, integrating both conventional and alternative therapy. I maintain, he was already on the uppers. Yes, we maintain that. He was on urine bag because of the prostate issues. We maintain that. But as at that time, he was totally paralyzed. He couldn't even swallow any solid food. He couldn't talk. He couldn't raise his hand. He couldn't stand up by himself. He was just there. But when you look into his eyes, you know that this person still have life in him, and he still have hope. And those are what I leveraged on. So what did I do? Yes, the holistic intervention. A holistic approach was adopted, and we were giving him herbal medicine to address underlying health issues, total body massage, and reflexology to stimulate circulation and relaxation. Now, reflexology, I want to say that this patient was the very first person on whom I practiced reflexology. What is reflexology? It is the science that every aspect of the body is represented under the sole of our feet. And then with the right acupressure, yeah, acupressure, when you know where to apply pressure, you bring about corresponding improvement in physiological function of the corresponding areas that you are dealing with. So I did a lot of reflexology on him to stimulate circulation and relaxation. Then the mind technique, such as guided imagery, positive affirmations, and giving him hope about regaining independence and completing his project. Maybe because he was my father, and I know the type of person he is, a human being that loves to be in control. So when I see him on the bed, helpless, you see, I felt no, this man doesn't like his condition. So I resolved to do everything within me to help him. You see, the fact remains that I needed to help him first to stabilize his mind and then to refocus his mind to help himself. That is why someone said a good physician doesn't really heal anyone. What a physician does is to help the individual in the journey of healing. To point out, either through diet or through lifestyle changes, do this, don't do this. And then the person himself will be on the way of recovery. So that's all I did. I was playing music for him. I was discussing with him. I was reminding him of some of the things I remember he used to do. Some acts of bravery and things like that. Even though he couldn't speak, but I could connect as I was speaking with him, reminding him of the things he did. I saw that his mind was speaking on those things. So I continued with them. And then what are the results of all these? After 6 weeks, after 6 weeks, Alhaji regained uh, substantial part uh, of his body. He regained the ability to talk clearly. He was able to move his hands and legs intentionally. He could walk, though with support of his stick, and then he no longer needed urine bag or diaper. And the more independent he got, the quicker the recovery I was recording. Now, uh, in addition, we realized that the diabetic condition dramatically changed. Maybe because of the diet and the herbal medicine that we placed in him. And of course, it was because the prostate enlargement they had reversed. That is why we had to remove the urine bag, and he wasn't wetting himself or his bed any longer. He could call on people that, okay, I need to go to the toilet. I will help him to the toilet. Now, the case of this man, my late dad, is a case of vivid, it demonstrates vividly how mind body techniques, either through guided visualization, positive affirmation, or imagery, and the renewed hope can catalyze physical and cognitive recovery even in severe stroke cases. The combination of herbal therapy and relaxation techniques created an internal environment conducive to healing, especially when the mind of the patient is involved. Now, what are the takeaways that I want everyone to take from this presentation? The key lessons in sharing this case, the case of Elijah Arun, the key lessons, number one, the critical importance of integrating mind techniques with herbal and physical therapy. Number two, that hope, positivity, and mental focus can significantly enhance neuroplasticity and recovery. Then, number three, that holistic care addresses both physical and psychological aspects of healing. So, in conclusion, this case exemplifies that real recovery can be achieved through mind body techniques, restoring mobility, cognition, and quality of life, even after severe stroke and chronic illness had had affected the person for quite a while. It encourages us to embrace a holistic approach in stroke rehabilitation, combining traditional medicine with mental empowerment strategies. I would need to add here that my dad recovered from the stroke, went back to his home, and still enjoy for about 3 and 4 months, 3 years and 4 months before he eventually died peacefully on a Sunday afternoon after watching football on his screen. And then he said the football was getting too stressful for him. Then he went to his balcony, lie down on his bed, stretch bed, that I got for him, and then he called upon the youngest wife at home then that she should go and prepare amala for him so that he could have his lunch and take his afternoon medication. They prepared the food for him, and then after eating, they brought the medications that he normally takes in the afternoon. And he told them that, look, you will need to relax a bit before you will take the medication. So they left him to relax. And it is while relaxing that he passed on. And they wait for people to come later to say, Elijah, come and take your drug, and they realized that he had gone. So thank you all for your attention. I welcome questions or thoughts on applying mind body techniques in stroke recovery. Thank you all.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you very much, sir. I believe
God
that
bless you, Prof.
I believe that we have all
I have a question, sir.
Okay, please bring it on.
Does that mean if the patient is not willing to be healed, does that mean the person will not recover quickly from the stroke?
That is a very good question. That is a very good question. As a physician, um, you can't just handle your patient as a piece of
to be
machinery,
quite vulnerable, to be
as
quite
if
vulnerable.
okay, I'm asked to do this thing, I will just do it, whether you like it or not. No, you need that is where conventional doctors they are lacking in empathy, and we have this empathy. We physicians of natural medicine, you see, you need to speak to the patient. If you notice that this person seems to be depressed and then he's not willing to heal, he has given up in life and in everything. But we should remember, this or our loved one bring him, and they, they, they want us to help him, and then we need to help him. So whatever we should do to give him hope, to restore confidence back in him, such that he wants to he wants to keep on living. He wants to change. He wants to heal. We should do those things first before we start on any form of whatever modality we are using. And we will continue with that as we're applying whatever modality we're applying.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. So now what we will do
Thank you
is we
very much,
shall
sir.
open the floor up to questions. So please, if you have questions, um, we'll go in two ways. Either you type them in the chat or you raise up your hand before asking the questions. Okay. So we shall take a question from Miss Vivian Yila. What is your question, ma'am?
Okay, good evening, Prof. Thank you for this wonderful exposure and enlightenment. So I have a question here. When we talk about we are focusing on a stroke patients now, and
Yes.
you talk about emotions, well, because they will feel that this is the end of their life. So, and you're telling us about healing of the mind, as in your brain, the mind is where the healing will come from. Now, this person is in pain. How can you get this person to now focus? Because the mind, we talk about yoga. Yoga is all about the mind therapy. So, how would this person that is in pain, and maybe some of them, maybe elderly people, they don't want to hear anything, how will you get them to be in that mood, to focus their mind towards that healing, sir?
All right. Thank you very much. To answer this question, I will have to go back to the case, the particular case that I shared with you. When I was handling my own father when he had his stroke, and I've told you about him that he used to have a very strong personality. Uh-huh. Now, but the stroke, that particular stroke, that third stroke, changed something in him. You can imagine somebody with known for a very strong personality, and then finding himself in a very absolutely helpless situation. You can't talk, you can't eat stomach food, you can't raise your hand, you can't raise your legs, you cannot do anything. You're on diapers, you're on urinary bag. It's a very, very helpless situation. Sometimes I will see him and he will be shedding tears. Do you understand? So I understood that he felt helpless. So as a physician, will I just see my patient? Forget the fact that he's my father. So will I just see my patient in tears and I will ignore it and I will just go about maybe it is massaging I want to do or I want to apply this or that? No, 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 no. That would be a wrong step as a physician. When you see your patient in that type of maybe helplessness, maybe due to pain that you cannot speak about, maybe due to emotional turmoil that how can I be in this type of helpless situation? You need to approach that patient first. Granted that he cannot communicate why he is in that emotional, negative emotion. Well, if granted that you cannot communicate it, but as a physician, you can step in, hold his or her hand, and then tune in. You see, I always emphasize a particular tool that physicians of natural medicine must have and they must use. This tool, you cannot buy it in anywhere. You must cultivate it. And what is that tool? It is the tool of empathy. The tool of empathy. Empathy is when you can connect with your patient and feel the pains of your patient. Merely looking into the eyes of your patient without your patient saying anything, you ought to know some things are wrong. And then because you are connected, sitting down beside the patient, holding his or her hands, and then you'll be led as regards what to say. And then whatever comes to your mind, say it. But just make sure there are things that give hope, that gives hope. It could be, you can decide to be singing for your patient. Yes, you can decide to be cracking jokes. Just be watching because some jokes, some patients may not like it. If you are, trying to make the person mood to be better, you are cracking jokes, you are watching for his facial expression. If you think yes, I think he likes it, yeah, crack more of those jokes. If you are playing, singing or playing music, if the facial expression, body language, if you like it, do that more. So that is what we can do. We must be particular about the emotion of our patient, especially in stroke, especially for those who cannot say, oh, this is what I'm feeling. Oh, this is what is wrong with me. So that falls on the physician to use that tool, that gift of empathy, to be able to connect with the patient and do what he needs to do. Especially those of us that are using mind-body approaches. We know that it's not just about giving this or that remedies alone. It is about maintaining harmony in body, mind, and soul. Sometimes a physician, at least those of us that we incorporate energy medicine into our practices, sometimes a physician may scan. There is a way one can do scanning, energy scanning on a patient to know which chakra is out of alignment or imbalance. You know, unbalanced chakras can go a long way in making a patient to dwell on or in negative emotions. So even if the patient cannot talk, you can do an energetic scan, and whichever chakra you feel is not balanced, you try what you know to balance that particular chakra and bring it back into alignment. Now, I want you to understand that chakra balancing on its own does not does not resolve stroke. Yes, chakra balancing on its own does not resolve stroke. But chakra balancing is important for the emotional well-being of the patient. The more the patient's emotion tends towards positivity, the more the patient will be able to use his mind to heal himself or herself. I still insist that a good physician is not the one that goes and it's not by giving herbal remedies, giving massages that will bring about healing. A good physician helps the person to heal himself or herself. A good physician only needs to point out the best way for the person to connect with so that he gets healed. And there is no way you can do that if the mind of your patient is in disarray, is depressed, and then you are not connected with it. Hello? I hope that is clear.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So we will go with the next question. I believe Oge has a question for you, sir. Oge,
Okay?
madam.
Okay, thank you, Prof. I want to first of all appreciate you. I want to thank you for being one of your students whom connected with you the very first day I entered your class. It's been a journey for me. If I had known about Edwardson and the healing powers he had more, I would have helped my mom more. And my mom was a stroke patient. I treated her
Okay.
probably because yes, she had 3 times stroke. Even she almost died last year. And through all by the grace of God, through all the practices I've been taught, I was able to revive her. I really
Oh,
want to,
wonderful.
yes, I really want to appreciate you on the topic of empathy. It has really deepened me more into the quest of mindfulness. That's number 2. Number 3 is I also want to appreciate you on this mindfulness because the way you cracked it, it was mind blowing. Because for me, ever since I engaged in your classes, I've been able to energize myself and also build up myself in terms of meditation. I really want to appreciate you. And my question goes, apart from being a patient, being someone close to you, maybe your mom, how would society view these practices? Because in our society, it's unknown. Generally, it's not something that people are aware of. How will the society view it when, although you mentioned of other practices that will be inclusive in or in in the treatment, how will the society view it when it comes to using mindfulness in treatments? That is number 1. Because when you're someone that is of or that is you, there are lots of you go extra mile. It's not like you go extra mile so that because that's very close to you. So how will the society view it when you're using this mindfulness in treating? Now, number 2 is assuming one is a very critical condition that requires the person. Let me the person is in a condition that using mindfulness at the point is not going to, let me say, it's not going to work. how are you going to provide or help the patient out of that condition, or do you have to do the other practice like giving one or two therapies to revive before you now add the act of mindfulness in what you're doing? So I really want to touch that. Thank you, Prof.
Okay. Thank you for your questions. Now, the first question, if I get you right, you're asking how the society views um, body-mind techniques, you know, especially targeted at stroke recovery. Yes, yes. You see, gone were the days when it is only things that have to do with conventional medicine that people recognize and know. Now, because of the awareness of people like you and me, people are getting to know that there are other ways of healing, that it is not only conventional medicine that people have the option, to heal. There are other options. People are getting to know about natural medicine, alternative and complementary medicine, and then more and more people are getting to know their rights. That yes, they have options. They can say, okay, this is the diagnosis. All right, thank you. I want to go for alternative or complementary medicine. And then it has to do with the patient decision. Yes, nobody can force anyone that, okay, this is the modality you must use. You must, no, 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 no. If a patient says, okay, this is what I want, look at me. Do you know how long, how many years I kept telling my dad that he should come for the natural approach option, but he said no because he believed more in conventional medicine. That was what he was used to. And then my other siblings too, they didn't understand much about natural medicine. So, and they wanted to support, but it was when my father himself somehow gave a sign that they should call me to come and take over his treatment. And I went there and I took him away from the hospital. And my other siblings, I didn't believe in what I was doing. They had no choice because they realized that, okay, it was our father that wanted this particular approach. So we took him. And then, before you look at what the society says, even within your own family, is it everybody in your family that have confidence in natural medicine? No, it's not all of them. But the important thing is that whatever you do, make sure you do it in such a way that it is scientifically backed, such that when anyone who doesn't believe in what you are doing comes and see you in action, I mean, logically, they will realize that, okay, this, and this, they will realize that, okay, there are ways of doing this thing. These people, they learn this thing. It's not as if they are just doing anything anyhow. You understand? When some of my siblings came, during the time I was doing reflexology on my dad's feet, some of them were saying that for the first time. Some of them were just laughing, mocking that you are just using your hand to touch his feet. What will I do? What would that do for growth? I didn't bother. I was just doing the thing. But it was interesting that some of them that were mocking, and then they saw the effect after 6 weeks. They are saying, wow. Some of them now, they are now very strong advocates of natural medicine because, sometimes seeing could be believing. Not that you see something before you believe. So they believe. Because a man that was carried bodily, couldn't move feet, couldn't move hands, and he walked in, he climbed the stairs by himself with a walking stick. So, the result speaks for itself. Then, while you are on it, will you have to wait? You use a particular modality, see the effect before you go? No, 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 no. That is why you will see that physicians that have records of success with their patients, they are not using one single modality. They often combine many modalities. Yes. I know the provost of our college, Professor Omisonde, is an homeopath. He uses homeopathy and he uses magnets to heal. Now, when you go to his hospital, you realize that he doesn't wait and say, okay, let me first use homeopathic medicine for this patient first. Let me see the effect before I will now later on use magnets. No, because of his long time experience in this field, he knows how to combine all these modalities, even including herbal medicine. So one does not need to wait that, okay, I will use this first. That is why we call it holistic. The word holistic means that it is all encompassing, and then it involves two things. Holistic in terms that for the patient, you are considering a lot of factors, not just the physical body alone, not just the symptoms alone. You are considering also his emotion. You are considering even as a physician, you have to consider the spiritual beliefs of your patient. So that is why the healing approach of a physician of natural medicine is holistic. That is how it relates to the patient. But in terms of the modalities that the physician is using, it is also holistic because we use a lot of modalities that work synergistically to bring about improved well-being, either physically or emotionally or spiritually in our patients. I hope with that I have answered your two questions.
Thank you, Prof. God bless you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much for that clarification. We do have a question from someone whose name is Aforin Bukola. Our question is as follows. She says, "Well done, sir." And she follows up with, "Doctor, does that mean that you are admitting?" I'm not sure what she means. And she says, "What of a clinic that does not have admission? How do I give holistic healing, sir, when I do not have a clinic of my own?" So this is a question.
Okay, thank you. Now, I have been in practice for over 30 years, and I want to tell you my facility is outpatient facility. That means I don't admit patients. I don't have beds in my facility. I have two of such facilities now in Abeokuta, and both are outpatient facilities.
Please.
I don't admit. Hello. So the fact that if the important thing is that, are you a physician? If you are a physician, what modalities are you qualified and registered to use? So whatever modalities you are registered, you are qualified and registered to and licensed to use, you must stay with those modalities alone. Now, the law gives a physician the freedom to treat in his facility, or he can do home service if he so wish. So your license as a physician is in two parts. Number one, your facility is registered, that okay, then you make sure you don't go beyond what your facility is registered to do. So if your facility is not registered to admit patients, and you go and put beds there because you needed to be there, you cannot be going home and coming back, you are going against the law, and the hands of the law will catch you. Then the other thing is that if you have license, state license in your state, anywhere in that state where you are licensed, you can treat anyone based on the modalities that you are licensed to use. Where I'm going with that is that if you are a licensed acupuncturist and then you registered a place where people can come and you attend to them under the law, if acupuncture is all you are licensed to do, acupuncture is the only thing you must do in that place. Then, if you have somebody who is bedridden and needs your services, and then he has expressed his willingness that is to come to visit him or her in a house, the law protects you to go and practice your acupuncture on the person. So you can see all these things. It's not only until you can admit. If you don't have the means, or your facility is not registered as inpatient facility, you shouldn't admit anybody there. Even if it is in your home, you cannot, it's my neighbor, okay, so lie down on my bed and you are doing whatever you are doing. If something goes wrong, you'll be in serious trouble. Because it is your home, and your home is not a registered facility. It is different when you, as a licensed and registered physician, goes to treat somebody. And there must be an evidence. That is why everything you do, you must do it in accordance with the law. Even if you need to go and do home service for a patient, there must be some cards that shows that, okay, this person takes the card, registers with you as a physician, and then has expressed his or her willingness to be treated by you at his or her home. That must be in place. I hope I have answered the question.
I believe we've done justice to our question, sir. So at this point, we do not have anyone with a question. Is there any other person who has a question they want to ask the professor?
Yeah, thank you very much, Doctor. What I'm actually saying is that we have the facility and we have the mind to, we have the opportunity to admit. But we, in short, I'm trying to ask that with this holistic and the mindedness that you teach us tonight, is it possible that even without admission, that can be done for the patient? At least if it were a stroke patient now, the person is going and coming. Is it possible for me to do that holistic management for the person?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is quite possible. It is quite possible. For example, in your line of taking care of your patient, for example, maybe you are using acupuncture. At the same time, you do massaging and maybe you do chakra balancing. All these things you can do in your office on a basis of outpatient facility, and then you do maybe the patient spends about 2 to 3 hours in your facility, goes home, comes back the following day or the day after. Even if it's only 30 minutes or 45 minutes, you are spending with your patient, a day. That is enough for you to practice everything you know about mindfulness and everything that you need to do that has to do with body mind approach. I hope that is clear.
Yes, very, very clear, sir.
Okay.
Yes, very clear. I get it very well. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the lecture, sir.
Great, sir. So, does anyone have a question for the professor? Any more person? Okay. So, if there are no more questions, I believe we have nothing more to do but show our appreciation to Professor Seni for granting us this audience and for this deep session. Sincerely, I think I can speak for many people that I think we have been reminded that healing is not only about just the physical, but also we have to take into consideration the mind, the spirit, you know, and we also have to take into consideration that healing is deeply personal, you know, and you explained the importance of mindfulness to visualization to the holistic practice. And you've shown us how energy medicine can support the body in ways that many of us are yet to fully understand. I think it's not very often that we get to learn from someone who both practices and teaches with this level of clarity. I think a lot of the time when you have a practitioner who is very experienced in their craft, then usually not very good at translating for people who are looking to learn. And so to have someone who exhibits that level of clarity, calmness, and even authority, I think it's something that we should appreciate and say thank you for. We are grateful for your time, sir, and for your deep insights. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Professor Kaido, for granting us this audience. Thank you. So, yes. So, beyond this, what we shall do now is we will pivot to the closing part of the workshop. So, the workshop had begun on Monday, and I believe that a lot of people, um, if we take it from Monday, Tuesday till learned many things for the first time. I think a lot of people will admit that stroke is one of, if not the most, as far as Nigeria is concerned, it is the most, and I don't want to use this word, but I think it's something that we can use profitable for for practitioners who specialize in chronic practice, I believe. Um, I believe that, just a minute. Okay. I believe that bearing that in mind, people have come and they've learned about what stroke is, the pathophysiology. People have learned about the brain. People have learned about different practices like magnetotherapy, homeopathy, herbal medicine, chemical nutrition, spiritual healing, energy medicine. I believe that people have learned these different modalities, and people are starting to get an understanding of what natural medicine in itself is and what integrative medicine also is. And I think that we can only show appreciation to the practitioners, especially from, sorry about this, especially from Tuesday onward, who had joined us in disseminating their knowledge from Dr. Matthew to Professor Mission Day to Dr. Gorgeous to Professor Sini. We would like to show our appreciation. I think many people have learned so much, and so thank you very much for that. So now we will come to the closing stage of the 5-day workshop, where we've received a few questions regarding the college, and we thought this would be a good time to explain what the college is about to those who are not very aware of what we do. I think this workshop has been a really good opportunity to demonstrate that we emphasize the importance of the academic operation. Like we do not take it for granted that we take it very seriously that we want people to learn. It's not about just certification. You have to learn the skill. You have to adequately be trained in that particular modality that you are interested in being. A lot of practitioners want to get into this field, they want to get all the certificates necessary, but not many of them particularly take seriously the learning aspect. And I think that and I think that that's what we have tried to demonstrate, that this is important. It's important that you learn the theoretical aspect of it at least, then the practical afterwards. And so, without further ado, I don't want to take a lot of time. Let us get into what we're here for. So, I'm here to introduce to us the Cyrillic College of Homeopathy and Holistic Health Sciences. We are a college or an institution that focus on empowering a new generation of healers through education, research, and legacy. Um, Welcome to college. So we are a premier institution for natural and alternative medicine in Nigeria. We are dedicated to academic excellence, clinical relevance, and practitioner. So not a lot of places place that emphasis on the academic aspect. And I think that is something that we not only rely on, but it's something that we try to emphasize the importance of this. And what is our mission? Our mission is to train, equip, and empower a new generation of natural medicine practitioners with solid clinical, ethical, and academic foundation. One of the challenges that we have come across in recent years is the challenge of introducing young people to this field. The view, or what our view has been over the past couple of years, is that a lot of people who are interested in either who are already in the field of alternative medicine in Nigeria or who are actively looking to get into the field are usually people who are, I won't say elderly, but people who are experienced, people who are already in the workforce. It's very rare that we have someone who is young, maybe like a fresh secondary school graduate looking to study something like herbal medicine, chiropractic medicine, magnetotherapy. It's not very common because because they don't find the industry that attractive in the beginning of their early career. And so one of our mission or our core mission over the next couple of years is to try to introduce young people, especially fresh secondary school graduates, into the field. We try to make it attractive, and we also try to show that it is possible to have a profitable and sustainable career in this field. So what is our vision? Is to be the leading institution for alternative medicine and holistic health sciences in Africa. We want to be shaping minds, and we want to be transforming healthcare. Another thing that we also come across is that due to certain practices or due to certain perception or certain misunderstanding of what naturopathy, or I will say alternative medicine is, or due to certain beliefs that certain individuals already hold in mind, it is a bit challenging to make alternative medicine mainstream in Nigeria. And so what we try to do is we try to present alternative medicine or the different modalities is on alternative medicine in a way that is consumable to the wide audience. So while we are purists at its core, we also want to, and by doing that, we believe that we one day will become the leading alternative and holistic health science institution in Nigeria at minimum. So what are some of our core objectives? So we try to promote credible training in different modalities such as homeopathy, herbal medicine, magnetology, acupuncture, and many more, as we've discussed. We have herbal medicine, we have physical therapy, and so the list of programs that we are actually involved in are quite, there are a lot. And we try to create a bridge between traditional knowledge and modern practice. It's one thing, most people who are in the field came into it through the traditional practice, and we can't we can't be dismissive of traditional medicine. However, we have to accept that times are moving forward, and as time moves forward, you need to move with the times so you don't get left behind. So you need to dabble in certain practices that allow for your practice to be mainstream. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So which means we try to connect traditional philosophy with modern practice. Specifically, we try to involve traditional knowledge and build upon it evidence-based practices. And that's something that we try to do. Another thing is that we try to ensure, we try to support the community through evidence-informed care. So this is one thing that we also try to emphasize to our students is the importance of evidence. You need to, especially when evidence is available. So with this, I will be talking to students of herbal medicine. It's one thing that you believe that plants are good, but you need to go where the evidence is. So you can go and dabble in different herbs that you believe are certain remedial effects. However, I always advise people to try to do some research, read papers or publications on why such a particular herb may have such effect, and not just go based on certain anecdotes. Try to inform yourself, try to educate yourself is essentially what I'm trying to say. And to emphasize this, what we try to do is we try to work with different associations and bodies. Now, the college is government approved and registered under the Ogun State Alternative Medicine Board. They are responsible for all our diploma programs from undergraduate diploma to postgraduate diploma. All our students are indexed into the Ogun State Alternative Board registry. All our diploma students are registered. We also try to not limit ourselves, because I personally believe that it is in the best interest of the college and also alternative medicine period overall if institutions and associations learn to collaborate with each other. Too many times we hear of rivalry, and in my opinion, while rivalry is a natural phenomenon where we have different interests, we also cannot pretend that collaboration is not the way forward. It is the way forward, and if possible, it is something that we should always look to. It's an avenue we should always look to exploit. And with that in mind, we try to work with different associations. And we have the Nigerian Council of Physicians of Natural Medicine that we have a program with. We have the Association of Integrative Medicine Practitioners that we have a program with. And we have the Academy of Blended Complementary and Alternative Medicine Practitioners that we also have a program with. And here's the thing is that we do not want to be limited to these three great associations and councils. We want to work with other councils and develop programs with them. So alternative medicine becomes united and uniform in its presentation, at least, is what we try to do. So now, what are some of the things that set us apart from other institutions? Now, one of them is that our institution was founded by pioneers in Nigerian alternative medicine. So which means that I think for those who are here on Wednesday, they were able to get, I think, quite almost 3 hours worth of lecture from the provost himself. And the provost is a pioneer of clinical magnetology in Nigeria, right? And I think even classical homeopathy as well in Nigeria. And so what we are experiencing are the results taught to not limit this knowledge to themselves, but to the new sorry about this, to the new to the younger audience. And so that's one of the things is that the college was founded by pioneers in Nigerian alternative medicine. We also have Professor Seni, who was instrumental in the development of the college. He is also the dean of the college, by the way. Now, we have the college is also connected to different functional health institutions, such as the Cyrillic Holistic Hospital. We do not work only with Cyrillic Holistic Hospital, but by default, the Cyrillic Holistic Hospital is the immediate sibling to the Cyrillic College of Homeopathy and Holistic Health Sciences. However, we do not limit ourselves to just the hospital. We work with many practitioners, not just within the area of Ijebu, where we are located, but even beyond the borders. Because we have different programs that require different practitioners. So we have programs in caregiving, where we require elderly care, elderly home, while the Cyrillic Holistic Hospital does take care of stroke patients, and they have internal caregivers that they provide their patients with. We also understand that we have students who are not within Ejepudi, who are far away from here, who also would like to learn caregiving, who also would like to learn herbal medicine, homeopathy. And we understand that it is not a very easy thing to keep transiting them down to Djibouti for the practical. So what we do is we try to create a network of practitioners that we work with to ensure that our students get at least the demonstrations required for whatever they are learning at the college. And so what that also means is that our curriculum and our operations are supported by seasoned faculty and clinicians. So we try to involve practitioners that we believe are qualified, are experienced. That is, for if the practitioner is not experienced in that field, or we do not consider their practice or their approach to their practice acceptable, we typically do not work with them. We will only work with someone that we can verify that their practice is in good shape. And something we've also able to do over the past couple of years, I'll say 3 years, is we've been able to develop a network of alumni, thankfully. And what this does for the college is that it shows that we are able to pump out well-trained graduates, because now we have alumni members who have factories of their own now, who are running who have about products. We have some of them who have their own personal practice. Hospital. We have some of them that we are provided job opportunities for outside of Ogun State itself, and they are working outside. So this is something that we also try to do. And like I said, we lay an emphasis on academic operations. And we, of course, always update our curricula to ensure that we are not left behind the new updates. It's something that we try to do. Sorry. Now, so what programs do we have at the college? So our programs are divided into two mainly. So we have the diploma programs and we have the short courses, the certificate courses. So the diploma programs are of undergraduate diploma and postgraduate diploma. Now, for the undergraduate diploma, we have we have them divided into two types in terms of schedule. We have these programs available full time, and for full time students, they would have to complete the diploma program for a whole 2 years. And what we've come to realize is that a lot of practitioners do not want to study for 2 years. And so what we try to do is we try to create a system that allows a practitioner to complete a particular diploma program in maybe 1 year. And if possible, and if they are bold enough, they can do it within 6 months. Now, there are caveats to this. We do not make it easy for anyone to just obtain their certification. We try to put restrictions to ensure that we do not promote quackery. And we will get to that as time comes. So we also have the postgraduate diploma, which is for 1 year. This does not change. There is no part-time postgraduate diploma. There is just full-time postgraduate diploma, which is for 1 year. We have certificate courses that are either 3-month courses or 6-month courses. We have masterclass programs that are for 3 months, and we have vocational certificate programs that are for 6 months. And of course, we have workshop seminars that we put together from time to time for people to attend. And we typically make this available for free. Here are some of our students. So here are some of our students, our younger students. All right. Here are some of them. Just a minute, let's. All right, these are some of our younger students. I think this was during one of their presentations. I think the seminar presentation. This was during the seminar presentation. These are some of our. So one thing we also try to do is initially we used to make it compulsory for everyone to wear uniforms, but as time went on, we became lenient, and we allowed part-time students not to necessarily wear uniforms. So that's what you have here. So these are part-time students who have come to learn. I think at this time it was caregiving. No, herbal medicine. My bad. And herbal medicine, and they don't have to wear uniforms. So this was during one of their lectures. From time to time, we host seminars. We take our students to conferences that are hosted by different universities. We attend conferences by the board. And so this is one of those conferences that we went to attend at a university here is OOU. So we and the students had gone to attend this because this was on physical therapy. I think this was a different event as well that we had gone to attend. So these are events that we always ensure that we take our full-time students, particularly our on-site full-time students, to visit and get this experience at least. Now, Many of us here, especially those who have come across the college previously, understand that we run online programs. And I think that's one of the reasons why we try to make this year's workshop available online, is because we wanted to express and demonstrate what our online lectures typically look like for those who may have questions on thereabout. So this is what some of our online. This was actually taken from Wednesday's lecture from Professor Cyril mentioned. This was during his lecture to us. All right. And where do our programs specialize? So our programs specialize on different disciplines, and these are just some of them. So we have naturopathy, homeopathy, herbal medicine, energy medicine, chiropractic, manual therapy, health education, lifestyle medicine, and clinical magnetology. But I have to say that we have a lot more than this, a lot more than this. These are just some of them that I just could list here with the time available to me. And this is our promotional material that lists some of our programs. Now, what you have here is the only thing that you have here that is in its entirety is the list of diploma programs that we offer. So we offer just 4 undergraduate diploma that are urban medicine, chiropractic, magnetotherapy, and homeopathic medicine. We have 4 postgraduate programs in naturopathy, herbal medicine as well. Different curriculum, by the way, not the same as undergraduate, integrative medicine, and health education. And then we have a list of short-term certificate courses from 3 months to 6 months. We also have flexible study. While we began with on-site because we were targeting young people to join the college, what we realized along the way was that many of the people who want to learn herbal medicine or chiropractic medicine or homeopathy or naturopathy are not young people. The people who want to learn this are people who are already in the field, and that encouraged us to push for the online lectures, online mode of lecturing, and that has been successful for the last couple of years. We thank God for that. And so we have our lectures available online, on site, and in certain cases, under the right circumstances, we have blended programs available. Our programs are also available full-time, part-time. I'm talking about the part-time diplomas. Those diploma programs are available full-time and part-time. Postgraduate programs are not available part-time. We have weekend study format for professionals, for part-time students who are visiting the college, because we have part-time students visit the college during the weekend when they have time. And for those ones, we have weekend classes for them. We also have, typically, we try to not provide live recorded sessions. Under certain circumstances, would we provide recorded sessions? Now, the reason is this, is that we place a huge emphasis on the academic operation. Now, what this means is that the lecturer will be present for the lecture, the student will be present for the lecture, and this provides a very natural interaction between the lecturer and the student. We try to not rely too much on recorded sessions, because then the academic operations become taken for granted. People do not take the lectures seriously, and so therefore it affects their results at the end of the semester. And so for that, we try to not certain circumstances, especially those that have to do with the lecturer. And that is what one of our certificates look like. So we have different certificates for different programs. For diploma, we have different. For postgraduate, we have for certificate courses, we have different. So for the upcoming session, the 25-26 session that begins September 1, we have an ongoing scholarship program for those who are interested in seeking admission at the college. Particularly for those who have attended this workshop, the past 5 days of this workshop, those whose attendance we are able to verify, we are making them eligible for 80% discount on the tuition fee should they decide to pursue admission at a college. So 80% discount on the tuition fee for those whose attendance or participation in this workshop can be verified for any program that they are qualified or eligible for. So that is something that we are presenting to those who are verified attendants. For those who are not verified attendants or somebody who has just come across us for the first time and is looking to check out the college or seek admission, we have a standard 50% discount on the tuition fee before the semester begins. So which means that anyone who's looking to get into this scholarship umbrella needs to do so as soon as possible. And for full time, now here's the thing is that while we provide certain scholarship for online programs, our main goal is the young people. We try to make sure that we involve secondary school graduates into this field of alternative medicine because at the end of the day, these are the future. These are the legacy. We can all do what we want now, but at some point we will all not be here any longer. It's the younger people who are first secondary school graduate that we should try to promote ourselves to and try to encourage them to get into this field and see that there is a possible career path within the alternative medicine spectrum. And so for those ones, we have a flat zero tuition fee for full-time on-site lectures. So which means that they would have to be visiting the college 8 to 5 Monday to Friday, zero breaks. As for those ones, the college is always willing to take a loss on them because those are the future. And another thing that we also try to do is we also try to we guarantee them placement opportunities because we work with different practitioners who are usually seeking new therapists, new homeopaths. And so what we try to do is we try to train these young people to a level where we know that if they go and work under this particular practitioner, they will shine. They will be very capable of doing the job. Now, for those who are interested in getting into and verifying their participation, they can follow this link. I shall also leave the link in the Google chat below for those who are interested. These are some of the these are the entry requirements for different programs that we offer. Remember, I've said that while we make part-time programs available at 12 months, 6 months in certain cases for those who are bold, because it's not easy. We also have certain requirements that so person has to fulfill for them to be eligible for such program. I will make the presentation available later for those who are interested in checking out the requirement and verifying their ability to participate. So this is our academic calendar. We have the session that begins from September till August. So for example, we are still in the 24-25 session because the 24-25 session ends August 38th or 31st. The moment we'll enter 1st of September, we have entered the 25-26 session. And we have 2 semesters in every session. The fourth semester begins from September, runs to December. Every year, 2 semesters, every session 2 semesters. The second semester runs from January till April. And then we have the month of May till August for practicals, for workshops, for any co-curricular program that the college may be involved in. That is what we have this period of May till August for. That is why we've been able to host this workshop within this period. But anytime between September and April, this sort of program will not be feasible because the schedule is tight. It's affecting the students' schedule. It will also affect the lecturers' schedule. And so, yeah, so, but what we also try to do is we do not limit admissions in January. We do not take admissions for um, full-time diploma student in January, but we take for part-time. We also take for full-time postgraduate programs. Now, for certificate course can happen anytime. So we can actually take admissions for certificate course anytime. So today someone can come and tell us that they want to enroll in a certificate course in herbal medicine, and we are always good to go. Within a week or two, we are set to go because we have available course materials, we have available syllabus, and all we have to do is confirm the schedule with the practitioner, and the practitioner is good to go with the student. So that is it. So, and our online programs are available all year round. We do not take a break. We just maybe do not take lectures on federal holidays, but any other day we are going to have a lecture if it's in the schedule. And so what do we guarantee that our students will, what experience do we guarantee our students will experience? We get number one is community-based clinical training, especially for our on-site full-time students. They will be involved in a lot of community operations. They would be going out into the different communities because they will be having series, so during their series, they actually have to go entire week. So which means that at some point, the practitioner they work for will have some community obligations that they have to partake in, which means that our students will get to experience that participation firsthand. So we also present them, they also have the opportunity to experience access to real case studies. Now, we also want this for our online students, for those who have done their series, is that they will attest that they've been able to gain some first-hand experience. They may not have been the one doing the treating because different practitioners have different limitations. Some practitioners do not allow online students to touch patients. Some practitioners allow online students to partake in a clinical operation. So this goes from, we do not mandate any center to do anything for our students. The only thing that we request from them is that they allow them to at least observe what goes on in their center. Guided research, right? So there is research for anything diploma upward. So diploma, postgraduate diploma, research is compulsory for all our students. Interaction with global mentors. Now, because of we work with different practitioners, as a matter of fact, we also have a few practitioners that we work with online in India. And so what we try to do is we try to make sure that our students, to an extent, have access to these people if they are okay with it, because sometimes they're not okay with it. So yeah, our certificate recognized by national boards. We have spoken about the Alternative Board, so brought up the different associations that we have programs with, right? So we try to collaborate with associations and councils, like I previously mentioned, and we try to guarantee placement and employment opportunities for full-time online students, right? We have alumni that are involved in practicing now. Some of them are educators. We actually, there are two students that we have employed who finished at the college, and maybe after a year of them completing their programs, we saw the progress they made in their career, and we said, you can come and take an online program for us because you are at a level that probably we cannot find outside. And into these young people, because we see them as a pride. So if these young people are out there doing well, we see it as the college is doing well. So if someone is doing well enough and there's space for them at the college, we try to give them some work for them to do for us. Some of them have become consultants. Some of them have opened their own clinics in Nigeria because, again, we have online students. So some of them have recently opened clinics, and we wish them all the best. And of course, they know that they have our support in whatever they need. Many transition into full clinical practice or combine with other medical and wellness disciplines, such as massage and all. Um, so, what opportunities are available for those who complete their program at the college? They have the opportunity to open up their practice. They are able to join health clinics and wellness centers, teach or mentor upcoming practitioners, as well as collaborate with us on research and policy advocacy, right? So wherever we have some students, maybe in some of, I don't want to mention the state, but they had an issue with their sewage, and we try to find a way from our own end to sort that out to make it easier for them to gain the experience. Now, so what do? We encourage people to try to work with us, either take admission with us or try to collaborate with us on one level or the other. We encourage students to people to seek admission with us. We encourage people who have graduated from the college to try to collaborate with us and at least not give back, but collaborate with us on one level or the other. We try to partner with different practitioners and different, not just practitioners that deal in clinical practice, but we also have practitioners that produce that have herbal produce. So we try to collaborate with those guys as well. And we have many practitioners who are seeking structure and certification because the view is that a lot of people learned informally. A lot of people learned herbal medicine informally. You learned it from somebody, you trained under somebody. You did not learn it in a structured manner. And so that is what we offer from our end. That is something that we offer. And so, final note, Cyrillic College of Homeopathy and Holistic Health Sciences. The new session begins September 1. We have the website, we have the contact number, we have the email. Thank you very much for being a part of the workshop and welcome. I believe we have some alumni students who would like to um, provide or give some words of encouragement if they are still available with us. Are they here?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, let's do it because time is running. Okay. So anyway, this is it from my hand. Is there anyone here who has any question for us? Okay. Without further ado, this is it from my hand. Thank you everyone for being a part of this workshop. I really appreciate it. Um, I think not just myself, everyone who has been a part of it, the people who have put it together with us, they really appreciate the practitioners who presented. Thank you very much. The students who have attended, thank you very much. For those who were interested in the college from afar, thank you very much. This is it for my, okay, Madam Urania would like to say something. What's your question, ma'am? Yes, okay, please speak. My mic. Madam Urania can go first, then
I
maybe
was
okay.
only appreciating. No, I was appreciating and I pressed the button by mistake.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, is there something you want to say? Because I think you raised up your hand as well.
Yes, I
Even
want to
Madam.
say yes.
Okay.
I want to say something. I just want to appreciate the management, especially you, Dr. Daniels. In fact, I don't know how to put it, but I know that I have learned a lot from associating myself in this school. So many things, that I never knew before. I came to know them, and I also came to develop interest in certain things that I have not really practiced before. When we came for the graduation ceremony, and we went to the hospital, I saw a lot of, and I was also able to procure some things which I am using right away. So I really thank God for directing my feet aright into that school. And I still have a lot of things in mind that I want to accomplish in the school. So I want to thank you so much, and for the large heart that the school has, to impart knowledge into this generation. I tell you, I know that from here that I'm going to go far, and I believe that the people that I will also introduce will also be grateful, because I have seen light in this place. And also, I don't forget the book we read that say Oliver asked for more. This very presentation, or this symposium that we had this time around, I also pray that maybe in time to come that something will be, happening, because I have learned a lot in this time, also at least in the management of stroke or rehabilitation. After this stroke episode, at least I have learned something that could be done. Even right away, as if some people are like, know that what we're doing. Somebody just called me in the morning. I was telling me about somebody that was admitted in the hospital in the where I work, and they have, discharged him. I think it was for stroke, but he cannot walk even up till now after discharge. I think this experience that I've gotten from here will also help me to answer their numerous questions. So I want to say thank you. I am very much glad, and I appreciate everything that we have done here. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much for the kind words, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we look forward to more collaboration. Anyone else would like to say something or ask a question? I think I saw a few hands earlier.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. First of all, I want to thank the management of Cyrillic. I want to thank the provost himself for unveiling himself in this workshop. And most thanks come to you or goes to you, Dr. Daniel. You've been a very wonderful person. You've been a very wonderful mentor. You've been a very wonderful listener. I want to specifically appreciate you because you are a rare gem to come by. You are the only lecturer that I have known that says sorry. And I really want to appreciate that because you want the best of your students. I want to say this, it's a rare word to say this. I want to say I love you because of how you are so empathetic with people, the way you do your job. You are a very, very outstanding and wonderful person. I want to thank you for that. And I also appreciate the way you handle your students, making sure that everything goes well. Your lecturers, you always try to make out the best out of them because you want the best of your students. I want to appreciate you. I want to also ask for some favors, like Madam Favor. Me, I'm Oliver Twist. I love going to school. I love to know more. Where I came from, the schools I went to, they hoard knowledge. It's very difficult for you to get all you want to get, but in Cyrillic, everything is quite very, very open for you. Just mention it and they are good to go. I really want to appreciate you on that. And also, we that are in Port Harcourt, we started the online program. It wasn't easy then, but now it's a lot easier. We can invite our friends. Some of the friends I invited are here, and we keep rolling from one course to another to another. I really want to appreciate you and say that you should put into consideration the Port Harcourt branch for Cyrillic school. I think it will also expand the scope of Cyrillic and also, bring it to everyone's notice that this school is actually doing a lot in people's lives. And also, I also want you to put into consideration into traveling out of the country to, go for some of this workshop, some of this, structure that people can go out under the umbrella of Cyrillic to study. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Uh, Thank you very much. And I can't say everything that comes to mind, because now we are here, but so. But thank you very much. Yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want to say a lot on the appreciation part, but on the collaboration aspects, we always looking to collaborate. Always, always. We never say no to collaboration. We always look at the terms, and we try to sit down with people and see what works best in the interest of the college, what works best for the interest of the other person, and particularly how does this benefit alternative medicine overall. Because while we want people to have our certification and everything, we also have a structured way of going about things. So we ensure that that standard is not compromised on. But I think apart from that, we always have no problem working with any practitioner anywhere as long as it fits within this standard that we've spoken about. I think it's a conversation that we've had previously, but maybe it wasn't fleshed out to this level. But these are conversations that we will have afterwards, and because we want the practicals to reach the doorsteps of the students, and actually for us to hold practicals for students is expensive. We do it from time to time, and we try to make sure that the stars align. It's expensive, and it can be quite life risky because the students often have to travel far distance. But we are in conversations, and with regards to traveling abroad, it's something that we've tried to do previously. It did not work out. We and with this whole visa situation, it's where the problem is, where we try to work with the embassy and see what we can do. I think with more cloud and with more time in the college and in the future, it's something that will definitely happen. Maybe not this year, but definitely will happen. So, but thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for the kind words. So I think
I also want to say thank you for the scholarship you've been giving to me. I did enjoy it. Thank you.
no problem. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. So what about Mr. DBC was a question for us? I think he has been raising his hand for quite some time.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you,
Hello.
sir.
Okay,
Yes, I can hear you.
first of all, my appreciation goes to the management and all the source persons. I really enjoyed the whole thing because I've been here since Monday. I never leave any day without coming here. Please, sir, what can we do to help us to get all the necessary material, probably the slides, so I'll be able to go over all the lectures at our own convenience. Thank you, sir.
So yes, sir. So all the course materials, sorry, all these lecture slides and all are available. The thing is that these 5 days has been intense because we always try to make sure that by the time we reach 7 p.m., we are set to do the workshop. So that has been the emphasis, but the slides will be available. We have some of them with us. We will try to get all the resources and available to you. And for those who were asking for recordings, the recordings are available, but we will give to certain conditions. We release them. But please, what I would say is that for those who are looking to get the what do you say? Yeah, I will send. I will release this slide tonight because there's a particular link there to verify attendance. For those who would like to opt for the scholarship program or be able to get the slides and the recordings, I would implore that you fill the form that that link takes you to get access to these things. But of course, not a problem, sir. It's a thing that we will start to discuss after tonight. After tonight. But no problem, sir. I think someone had a question. With regards to the fees are no problem, sir. Are not static, so I can't tell you this is how much the fee is because it depends on the program. We have 6-month program, 3-month programs. We have diploma. We have postgraduate. Of course, we cannot put the same fee for everything because different level of investment go into different programs. What I can say is that we have an 80% scholarship available for people who have attended this, 50% flat those, and so what we shall, what we'll do is I would request that you fill the form. I'm going to release a link. Please fill the form to verify your attendance in the workshop so that we can relay this information to you by email or by WhatsApp. That is what I would say. I think someone, Professor Cyril, has a question. Something would like to say. Okay. Madam Vivian has a question. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Mhm.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Daniel. I've not really new here, but I actually said I have enjoyed myself. Honestly speaking, the only thing I would say maybe I will come down to the school because it has really motivated me to like I am still considering a lot of things because of the program I invaded on. Because of these things, the lectures I have really been impacted. So more things I will come personally to school so that we can talk and sit down. That's the only. I just want to thank you guys for the opportunity. Opportunity. I don't know. I've like I think Mrs. Oke said. Some of other lecture schools hold information, but here is willing to be given out. So I am much interested, and I will come and find out more on something. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. We try to. Thank you very much. Again, like I said, while we understand that practitioners are usually in the market for certification, our priority will never and has never been certification. It's always about people learning from us and then obtaining certification through learning. So that is what we try to do, and that is what we encourage our lecturers to demonstrate. And everything that we do, all our exams are not easy. It's not easy. People complain all the time that exams are difficult. But the reason why we try to set our things like this is because we emphasize the importance of the academic operation. We will not compromise on that, and that is. But thank you very much. Anyone is welcome to visit the college. We have people who have done so already, and the doors are open. I think someone was saying something the other time.
Hello.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your attention. I'm happy about the audience. I mean, about the people that have come to, I mean, to participate in this our workshop or what we call it, whatever. We think it is. It has been, encouraging, and I assure you that God has given us Dr. Daniel. He has been very, I mean, good in his job, in this job, in the promotion of the college. Well, I pray for him that God will continue, to answer his prayers.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh.
Amen.
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 He
Thank you
has
very
been wonderful, and I thank him. I mean, I give him, doing for the college, and I pray for him that God should be with him in all his endeavors. And you people participants also, all those of you that have participated in all this, and those of you that have graduated from our college, And those of you that are still coming in, well, I pray that God will be with you in your practice. So thank you very much for that.
Amen.
Good night.
Thank you, Prof.
Amen.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
giving
Thank you
us
very
the
much.
Prof.
God bless her.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. So this is it from my end. I will release the document to the chat. I will release the link to this chat. For the link for the verification to this chat, I will release the link for the document, this material to the chat on WhatsApp platform, and we shall send them to your emails on Monday to verify participation. So thank you very much, everyone. Take care. Enjoy the weekend. Have a good one. Bye. This is it.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Dr. Daniel.
Prof. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
God bless now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Oh, hello. Wisdom. Galegodo were link onye drop na this group chat also I feel. Galegodo. O were link drop na this group chat. Metogodo fucking man. This here. Mama so were link here got drop so I will pay.
Group chat.
Are you sure? Whatever. Flash you go there.
Group chat.
Ana m isikwa na-aga ugbu a nke ụmụaka abụọ adịghị ọrụ ọhụrụ. Amanda ngwa bawa bile 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 ke bata. Mam wisdom position mbedi ya kwa gacha dana kama no jalla.